Happy birthday. Born on the 24th of December. That's a very creative, inventive horoscope with the gift of marketing skills, the gift of communication skills, and the planets of determination there to give you all the backing that you need. And you will be a professional if you want, a lawyer, a doctor, an architect, a teacher, a professor, because you have planets that make you extremely clever in everything that you do. So you'll be very happy to teach if you want to. But you have planets of money as well. So the lure, the attraction for business or working for big corporates where your level of creativity and imagination can be used, that's where you will do the very best. You have a horoscope which wants to have a very glamorous life. So, in the field of entertainment, the field of entertaining, or as a singer or an actor or actress, that you will also do extremely well because you have that area in you which somehow the glamour is attached. And whether in the area of interior decoration or the beauty business or the fashion, all this will beckon to you. Very naturally, you will be able to do that because you're an extremely inventive person. And so the modern day information technology and the internet and all the gadgets that go with it, you will understand very well. And you'll be able to make use of this modernization of business to make yourself a very rich person, a very famous and lovable person. One area you have to be careful is that you can have a lack of self confidence. It's not very bad, but you can have that. So identify in which area. Is it in your emotional side of life? Is it in your financial side of life? Is it in the business or personal side of life? And try to correct it so that you can be better than the rest and you can do that. You have a horoscope that's going to travel the world, and you're going to be a great importer and exporter if you want in business because you will have the touch of knowing exactly what the public needs way ahead of time. Well, the calendar year 2019 has not been very helpful for you. It's produced a foundation which very often lets you down. And it all depends on what age you have been in the whole of 2019. If it's a ages, then you would have had a tough time. If your ages were good, then 2019 will be more helpful for you. Well, from today, the 24th of December, until the 31st of December, tell yourself that the foundation is a bit slippery. But look forward to 2020. It's going to be a fascinating calendar year. And the calendar year has planets of its own, and they will give you a wonderful foundation, which means you can travel along 2020 doing some great things that you have been wanting to do, whether in your personal life or romance, marriage, family, whether in the business and glamour side as well. And your health will also be extremely lucky for you in 2020. Now is the ages that are very important, and that's something that I don't know. All I'm talking about is born on the 24th of December. If I had your full date of birth, your time of birth, if I could look at your palms, then I would be really very accurate for you. But let's, in the meantime, pretend that you are of certain ages to give you an idea on how ages work. Now, let's imagine that you are the ages of 15 or 24 or 33 or 42 or 51 or 60 or 69 or 78. Then you're going to have a very exciting 2020 with these ages. And you will see that your dreams will come true. And you will have all the talent in you that can be shown. And it's going to be a marvelous 2020 for you. Especially the first 3 or 4 months are going to enlighten you as to what glamour is and how quickly you can make a name for yourself. I'm going to give you another set of ages which are also very good. And if you happen to be the ages of 22 or 31 or 40 or 49 or 58 or 67 or 76, then you're also going to be one very lucky person In fact, these ages will jive beautifully with 2020 planets. And when I connect these ages to 2020, well, anything is possible on a very grand scale. And the planets of unexpected goodness will be there, getting you all the opportunities and results coming unexpectedly, wonderfully well. I'm going to give you some samples of ages where you have to be a bit cautious for the remainder of 2019 and especially in 2020. Now, if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75, then you need to be very cautious whatever you do. Miscommunication, losses in business, trouble in job, having problems in personal areas, any of these areas, not all, but any of these areas will trouble you if you're of these ages. Yes, the calendar year will give you up to 35%, but the other 60%, because of these weak ages, you'll have to struggle. So you'll have to lie low, which means don't take risks of any kind. I'll give you another sample of ages, which you also have to be a bit cautious. And if you happen to be the ages of 19 or 28 or 37 or 46 or 55 or 64 or 73, well, control your ego, don't show arrogance, be part of a team, reach out for help. Don't have to be so proud about things, because you're going to realize that on your own, the path to progress is going to be difficult for you, especially because the calendar year planets will not like these ages. And so they put a lot of obstacles and hurdles in your path. And of course, since you have this kind of ego with these ages, you will not want to reach out and try to do things on your own. But the chances are it's going to be an uphill task. So you see, good ages, bad ages, they play a big part in a calendar year. But the good luck for you is that the calendar year itself, 2020, is waiting to deliver and waiting to help you with planets that I call the planets of unexpected goodness, all ready to help you. Now, I have a 90-minute session, and that will cost you USD 50 to know your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. We'll talk about that later. Let me talk to you about your health areas. Let me talk to you about your health areas. Now, talking about on the 24th of December, I do worry that your heart may have problem at some time or another. So if you have an uneasy feeling about your heart, short of breath, go to see a specialist and they'll have the machines to check you out. And I would like you to blood test your liver as well. And I'm worried that your lower spine area is going to cause you a lot of problems born on the 24th of December. So you have to be careful in these few areas, and you'll have a sensitive stomach, that's for sure. But I don't want to say too much about health because I have too little information. If I have your full date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms especially, I'll be able to zero in to tell you when things can happen, because the palm is a wonderful map with 9 planets all waiting to show you. Well, the good news is the calendar year 2020 will give you a foundation to carry you on to your dreams of any kind, whether they're personal, whether they're business or job, or whether your plans have to do with wanting to relocate to a different country. The calendar year will give you that foundation. It all depends on your age. Well, if I have your full date of birth and time of birth and looking at your palms, then we can have a 90-minute session. And in that 90 minutes, I'll cover your next 8 or 9 years. I'll give you a lot of information from the universe about your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions, on and on. And I will show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. And I will also show you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have, that we all have, how to reach it, how to use that energy better than the rest. That's how people are outstandingly great in this world, because you're able to connect with that energy within them. And I'll show you how. So my email address is AndyHoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9, AndyHoro9 @gmail.com. Send me an email and ask me the questions that you want. and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Well, remember, you're born on a very lucky day, 24th of December. Now it's all up to you to learn the energies from the universe, and that's what I will teach you. Until then, thank you, goodbye, and I wish you a very happy birthday. Goodbye.